Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Pisces for the month of November, including late October 2025. So welcome, Pisces. We are currently in the zodiac sign of Scorpio, so your cousin sign, the element being water. So lots of things coming to the surface unaided this month, or this 4 weeks I should say. It's a deep emotional time, which Pisces you will sort of be on board with because of water and the same sort of elements going around. Lots of things apparently that maybe we've avoided throughout the year sort of come in to greet us and say, okay, you need to deal with this. You are in your 7th house of relationships, so it's going to be about friends and foes, or friends and enemies alike, how you approach relationships. What are your relationships about? What's going on with them this 4 weeks? Okay, so before I forget, please like, subscribe and comment. It will help to grow my channel, and that's all I'll say about it. But please help out there. Okay, let's go. So, energy around. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. So we've got slow-moving earth energy coming here. Knights are, in fact, messengers. So it's the Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a very slow burn. So it could be a younger guy or a male energy in your life that's coming in. He's there. He's very unobtrusive. He's in the background. You don't really notice him. But the key elements about this Knight of Pentacles is he's very loyal. He's very honest. And even though he may not make himself known, but he's there. And he's someone that you can strongly depend upon. Could be somebody in your family or somebody obviously in your relationship circle anyway, obviously. So, but the key theme too to the Knight of Pentacles is he's not in a hurry. So one must exercise patience when he's around, because things don't happen in a flash like they do with the other energies like fire, water or air. Okay, let's see the story. You, not enough room. Okay, Pisces, so also I forgot to mention he resembles Virgo people. So I know a few of you know some Virgos very well. Okay, and it's your polar opposite sign, so there you go. Where you are right now. So 4 of Swords, so this is the air sign, so we're talking about mental energy here. So it's just asking you to take your foot off the pedal for a little bit and just sort of relax and be more of an observer at the moment. Sort of really gather your energies together, because when you get this card, it's like a stand back and watch sort of card coming in to say it's not a time to be jumping in, to be putting your oar into something. It's a time to just observe. That's basically it. It's also the card for what we would say meditation, but meditation these days takes many forms. It could be swimming, it could be anything that you do to relax. So this is the theme where you are right now. Just watch. So we've got the Virgo energy of slow-moving energy and watching and just learning, meditating going on for you. Let's see the influencing card, and we're going to see what's influenced that 4 of Swords to come in, and also what will influence the rest of the reading. Another 4. 4 is, numerologically, 4s are about consolidation, so it's all about letting things just settle. Things have come to a point where you just have to leave it settle. Now this Four of Pentacles is a different matter altogether. So the Four of Pentacles talks about the need to let go of something rather than hang on to it too tightly. Because when we hang on too tightly, it's almost like there can't be any flow going on. It's just like this grip of steel, and it's like everything kind of is blocked about the issue at hand. It's a very sort of old, deep-seated card as well, so it can relate back to, you know, our behaviours that we all have, that we just, it's almost like an obstacle where we just can't seem to sort of get over that obstacle or let that obstacle go. So it takes a lot of patience with the Four of Pentacles. But as I said, it has its roots in the past. So just be mindful of that this 4 weeks, Pisces, as you go through, and try to sort of relax a little bit, like the Four of Swords says, and try to just let go. And like anything, it's a process. So there you go. Could be even money that you're hanging on to and going, oh, I don't want to spend anything because it's growing. But then sometimes you have to spend. You just have to sort of have that ebb and flow. You can't always just be gripping on. Plus it wastes a lot of your energy. Okay, let's go into the background. So we're talking September, October, and it's still relevant today. So we're going to see what's been happening up there. And we get the big Virgo card of the Hermit. So it is not a time to get involved in other people's business. We're talking about relationships, Pisces. So it's a time just to majorly just watch and wait. Keep your opinions or your thoughts on something that's going on out of it. So he's very wise, the Hermit, as the Virgos are usually. So it's about sort of really keeping your own counsel and waiting to watch. So it's not a time to be involving yourself in relationships, your own, or it's just about observing it and letting it flow and working on your own stuff. And funnily enough, Virgo is your opposite, polar opposite sign, so it's very fortuitous that you have that card sitting there. Okay, let's go down to recent influences. 7 of Wands. Now this is a bit contradictory really, because the 7 of Wands, fire card, wands of fire, so lots of action, energy coming through. But it's sort of saying, at the same time as sort of watching and observing and letting go and just relaxing, it's sort of saying you need to sort of also hone your skills of speaking up for yourself. But maybe this is what's going on, I feel, in the works, where it's just like learning to observe more and not involving yourself. And Pisces aren't really nosy parkers or sticky beaks. They're more of wait and watchers type of people and very intuitive. So maybe it's a time to sort of, perhaps later on after this 4 weeks is over, to use your voice a bit more and say what you wish to happen. But after a period of thought and keeping your own counsel rather than rushing in. So yeah, learning to use your voice at the appropriate time as well, because the 7 of Wands is all about competition. And this could very well relate to work or something like that, or one of those sort of mundane issues. Work, you know, we all have to work, and it's just about learning to sort of say, actually, I don't agree. So, but silently and quietly, that's what will come forth out of this time of introspection. I hope that makes sense, because it is a bit contradictory, funnily enough. Okay, let's see the lesson you'll be learning. And we have the Lovers. So big decisions are looming on the horizon. Funnily enough, the Lovers is about relationships and about making big decisions about relationships. Now, romantic or platonic, this can include, and also people that maybe are not enemies, but people who are in your circle that the relationship isn't too good. And so we're looking at, you know, just being very circumspect about how we act. So big decisions to be made. So that is so apt for you in your 7th house, Pisces. and very nice too. So there's big decisions coming up, and no better time than the 7th house. Let's move into the near future and see what will be coming into there. 5 of Wands, bit of an obstacle course coming up for you, but whenever this card comes along, 5s are all about change, and sort of a process of change. So you may feel like you're beating your head against a brick wall, or things just aren't going smoothly as you would like. But the key theme and the key action for the 5 of Wands is about learning to navigate the obstacles, learning to go around or finding another way to tackle a problem. And that's where all these power cards come in, especially the Hermit, to help you say, okay, just stand back and watch. Yes, there are a few roadblocks coming up, but you need to sort of learn to navigate rather than just throw up your hands in frustration. So it's a really good card to get to learn to sort of sit back and go, okay, how am I going to tackle this? It's a minor card too, Pisces, so it's not sort of a major card like the Lovers or the Hermit, and they're big sort of signposts for you. Okay, let's see what's happening that you're not realising. And we have Ace of Pentacles. So aces always herald new beginnings, and Pentacles obviously is money. It is money being available for you. It may be a new job or something else that you are waiting on hearing, that you need to sort of just have a bit more patience to wait, but it is coming. And if you're worrying about finances being available for some kind of project that looks like there's something in the works here, especially with these 2 big ones, you just have to trust that it's available. So there's no need to go into a spiral of what could happen, what might be, the coulda, woulda, shoulda conditionals. It's about just learning to trust and wait. Okay, that makes sense, doesn't it? Let's see how others see you. And we have the Chariot, so we have movement, travel coming up. But the main sort of theme of the Chariot is to have your emotional discipline exactly in order. Like I always call this Chariot card the road trip card. So before you were about to embark on a road trip, you'd make sure you had petrol, you'd have oil, you'd have water, you'd have everything you need, you know, in anticipation of any delays or anything that could crop up, like the 5 of Wands obstacles. So this is how other people see you, quite sorted here. But it's a reminder too to make sure that you have everything emotionally disciplined before you embark on some kind of journey. Look, it could be just a journey of the mind, but usually this Chariot means a journey covering a distance. So we need to be prepared. Really nice card though, and another big card. So it looks really actually very good. Let's see your positive feelings. Another big card, Justice. Very karmic situation for you at the moment, and you know it. So this includes this relationship decision and the sitting back and just keeping your own counsel and the movement. So it's very much everything is exactly how it should be for you, Pisces. So don't be second guessing. You need to sort of really pull on your God-given intuition and just know that this where you are right now is absolutely how it should be. It's very karmic, so cause and effect. So that makes sense. Nothing more to be said about that karmic situation that you find yourself in. So really apply that to what's going on for you in the next 4 weeks, and you'll come out smelling of roses. Let's see the outcome before we jump the gun. Oh, Ace of Cups. So new people coming in, or people from the past coming back in, reconnecting with people, reconnecting with your emotions as well. So by the time we finish with the 7th house, you should be very well connected back to yourself and to your sort of the main characters in your life, the main relationships. Also, this could signify conception for those of you who are thinking of planning a family, conception. But overall, it just means that wonderful connection that we have, especially with significant others, platonic and romantic relationships. And when that card comes along, it's very fortuitous. Okay, Pisces, I'm not going to do an oracle card today because I feel like you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 big cards. So we just need to focus on our relationships and sort of being emotionally disciplined. Thanks so much for listening, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to grow the channel. Thank you.